Shalom. I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to my Akim, who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Akali from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is the microchip. And yo man, this place is done for. It's finished, it's over, and these Edomites who are in rulership today, these so-called white people, they know it, man. Their elite especially knows that it's the end, and they're mad. They're upset that their rulership is ending, and they're gonna be coming in hot and heavy, man. They're gonna be coming in real hot. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Alright. He says that he's going to be coming with great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And his time is short, man. The system is being implemented right in front of your faces. Okay? Day by day, little by little, man, it's coming in. But it's coming in quickly. Mandatory QR is required for schools, businesses to buy and sell QR codes, RFID technology, NFC technology. All of these things work together, all right, to allow this microchip to function, which is the mark of the beast. This is Revelation chapter 13 verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, which is the system of Esau Edom. Everything that falls under it. Alright, their entire way of life. Alright, and at the forefront of it, the ultimate thing about it will be this mark of the beast, this microchip, man. When you take the mark of the beast, you would have accepted the so-called white man as your God and as your power. And I'm only talking to you Israelites, man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And as such, when you do that, you will receive judgment from Yahweh Shemeshai. Alright? There will be those who do not worship the image of the beast, and they shall be killed. Alright? They will die righteous deaths of the nation of Israel. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4. Those who were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai, of Yahweh Shemeshai. Alright? Some of the elect members will be beheaded, but a portion will not be beheaded and will see the return of Yahushai while they are on the earth. Okay? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Alright? The entire planet, they want to microchip. That hour of temptation, Revelation chapter 3 verse 10, shall come upon the entire world. The word mark breaks down to the charagma, which is the physical microchip, the corax, which is the device used to administer the microchip, and the grapho, which is the information stored on the microchip. All of your information is currently being consolidated, whether you can see it or not, and your cell phones is an example of it. Just a simple stepping stone to gradually get people used to the idea of using one thing for all purposes. Digital IDs, central bank digital currencies. All of these things are being blended into one, and it's all going to be stored on that merc chip. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Buy and sell. You won't be able to make purchases without the microchip. You won't be able to conduct business without the microchip. You won't have access to government services without the microchip. You won't be able to function in the world without the microchip. That is the goal of the wicked elite of Esau Edom. And they're going to be putting your backs against the wall because they're about to bring chaos and hell. And it is Yahweh Shemishai that is going to be using them to bring this. Esau has always been the sword of the Most High to bring judgment upon the Israelites. And this is going to be our final go, Jacob's trouble. But only the elect will be preserved of it. The elect of the nation of Israel will be preserved from the judgments that are to come. Alright? And there's a judgment that's coming. Let's go to Revelation chapter 20. No, Salakia, not 20. 19, verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone, the judgment of thermonuclear fire to destroy Mystery Babylon, which is a miracle. When you look at this word worshipped, it says poieo, or Salakia, proskuneo, to kiss the hand towards one in token of reverence, to fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead as an expression of profound reverence. Alright, so when I'm reading this, you hear this, this is how you people are going to be when it is that Esau Edom brings the hell, and then he offers his solution to get out of it, the mark chip, the mark of the beast. I'm trying to find the main point. Meaning to kiss like a dog licking his master's hand. So you'd have accepted Esau Edom as your master, man. And so, Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemishai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So once you take that mark chip, you would have accepted Esau Edom as your power. So the Most High don't have nothing to do with you. You will be thrown out, and you will be discarded, and you will receive the judgment written. Okay? And you will be destroyed by way of thermonuclear fire. Such is the second death. Now we have this right here. It's coming quickly. It's coming swiftly. And it's just another stepping stone, man. It's coming. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come. It will not tarry. You people, yo man, it's all about the elect of the nation of Israel. So with that, I'm going to say shalom, and this is the video.
Some more. So Australia is now going into full-on New World Order mode. In New South Wales, they have announced that QR codes will be mandatory to go to school, to go to work, to go to retail shops, to go to supermarkets. And this is just coming in after New Zealand announced they were going to start bringing this in as well. But now this is being made mandatory in New South Wales in Australia. Apparently this was going on in Victoria as well, but not to the extent of what is happening here. And why? Let's have a look at the figures in Australia. Yep, it looks a bit like New Zealand's figures. It's all quite low, all very flat. There's no big peaks coming up anywhere, is there? Yet, strangely enough, the restrictions are getting tighter. You would think that the restrictions would be loosened if the figures remained low, like in the graph. But no, it seems to be going the other way. And they want everyone to download apps and use QR codes to get into the shops.
QR codes could be around to stay in New South Wales as they become mandatory in more venues this month. Today, correspondent Lara Villa is at Bondi Junction. Lara, good morning to you. Where will be made to scan them in?
A QR code now welcomes customers at the Alex Pantry grocery store. Owner Bruce Luckerhand was told he didn't need a code just 24 hours ago.
We're small businesses, just tell us the facts and give us the information and don't beat around the bush. Don't change the rules.
Supermarkets and grocery stores were exempt from mandatory check-ins, but now the Premier has doubled down, starting Friday at 1 a.m.
If you're going into Coles or Woolies, we do need you to check in there.
The new rule means customers must check in using the Queensland app, which means you'll need your phone handy.
I'm not saying my parents are old, but they're in their 70s and they're very happy to use that check-in app. So if they can do it, I'm quite sure a lot of other people can as well.
The list of where check-ins are compulsory is extensive. Hairdressers and nail salons are included, as well as cinemas and caravan parks. Businesses and venues are being given 2 weeks to comply with this new rule. They must register for and display a QR code by the 9th of July. But Bruce says small businesses are too busy to be policing customers.
Is it my responsibility? Is it the individual's responsibility? Am I the one that's going to get fined? Are they going to get fined?
Full details on venues needing to register can be found online.
Carl, workplaces, educational institutions and retail stores right across New South Wales as the state government looks to expand its COVID tracing measures. We know, Carl, QR codes have been fundamental in tracking and tracing all those cases linked to that growing Bondi cluster. But one of the big gaps that's recently been exposed is where we are this morning here at Bondi Junction, Westfields, in particular with retail. It's been recommended, not mandated, that they have QR codes in place. But as of July 12, that's the deadline, all of that is going to change everywhere from offices, schools, universities, TAFEs, warehouses, gyms, factory settings, and of course retail stores, supermarkets and individual stores. They will all have to have these mandatory QR codes, and the businesses that don't comply, they could be shut down.
Look, I don't know.